The movie starts by showing us an island, and this was the time when World War II was going on. 2 enemy ships crash onto that island, and 2 soldiers come out of them. They were perfectly fine. Here, they start fighting with each other, and during this, both of them go towards the jungle. Now, one of them is just about to kill the other when we are shown a very strange and large creature, and its name was Kong. Seeing this, both of them get very scared, and the scene changes here. Now we are shown the time quite a few years later. Here, we are shown a team of geologists. In it, there was a man named Bill and his companion. Bill had found an island after a lot of research, and he needed some funds to go there. And for this, he went to the senator's office. He was talking about the same island that was shown to us at the start of the movie. He said that the island is very old, and various kinds of very old and very large creatures live on it, but the world still doesn't know anything about them. So, why don't we find them? The senator doesn't like this plan at all and refuses to give him funds. But Bill forces him, saying that the whole world, even Russia, wants to claim this island. So, we should go there before that. And hearing this, the senator gives him permission to go there, and also the funds. Now obviously he couldn't go there alone. So, he forms a team, of which he is the in charge himself. And he keeps many soldiers with him, in which there was also a major. He had also hired a guide, whose name was James, and also a photographer girl, Mason, was there to capture all those scenes. Now these people hold a meeting, and they are told that in case if we get lost, at what location will we meet? Now the next day, these people go to the sea, because from there they had to go to the island in helicopters. But next day when they reach the sea, they find out that the path their helicopters have to take to the island is not right for them at this moment, because there is a very heavy storm there. But Bill doesn't pay attention to this and sets off from there, putting the team in many helicopters. Now, as soon as they reach that path, the storm starts increasing, and there was no hope that their helicopters would survive. But somehow, they get out of there and finally reach that island. One of the geologists says that maybe these large creatures live under the ground, so they blast under the ground. But instead, a commotion breaks out on the island. Many animals start running, and things start hitting their helicopters. And then comes the very large creature, Kong. He was very angry and starts attacking them. The major orders his soldiers to start firing on him, and as soon as they fire at him, he becomes furious with anger and starts attacking their helicopters and them, due to which a lot of soldiers die. Now these people form 2 groups. In one group were Bill and the army people, and in the other group were James, Mason, and the rest of the people. Now when the major's many soldiers had died, he points a gun at Bill and asks why he brought them here. So, Bill tells him that this world, this planet, was never ours. Animals used to live here, and such creatures that we don't even know. He further tells that one day I was traveling on a boat in the sea, that a very large creature attacked our boat and everyone died except me. And when I went back and told everyone everything, no one believed me. So, then I thought that I would research myself, and after 30 years of continuous research, I have come here so that I can tell the world that such creatures still exist. He says that soon, these creatures will occupy humans, so before that we should find them and control them. Now, one of their soldiers was lost, so the major goes inside the jungle with his team to find him, but as he walks, a bamboo goes inside a soldier's mouth, and he dies completely. When they look up, a spider has made its home between the bamboos. That was a very frightening spider. It starts attacking the rest of them too. But the major shoots it and kills it. This jungle was filled with strange creatures. Now, on the other side, we are shown that soldier who was lost. He is standing on the bank of a river when he sees Kong. There, he sees that a large octopus has attacked Kong in the water, but Kong instead kills it and has freed himself and is now eating it. That soldier is right there and gets very scared seeing all this. Now, on the other side, we are shown James's team, who are going to a place when they see a very large creature in front of them, which was a very large buffalo. Before shooting it, these people wait to see if it says anything to them. But that poor thing gets up from there with great innocence and leaves. Now these people go a little further, and they see some tribal people. There was also a man among them who could speak English. In fact, he was one of those 2 soldiers who was shown to us at the beginning of the movie many years ago. He takes these people inside that tribe and tells them that many years ago, 2 soldiers of us got stuck here and have been living here ever since. But just a few years ago, a creature named Skullcrawler killed the other companion. This strange creature lives under the ground and is Kong's mortal enemy. He tells them that they had been living under the ground for a long time. But because of that bomb that you people blasted under the ground, they have now come up. He says that Kong protects us. And if now it does anything to Kong, then who will save us? Now James's team had very little time to reach that place. So that old soldier who met them tells them that nothing will happen by walking. I will give you a boat. And all of them start repairing it. During this, Mason sees that a very heavy helicopter has fallen on a buffalo. To help it, she tries to lift it, but she cannot lift it. Then Kong comes, and he easily lifts that helicopter and saves the buffalo's life. Mason gets scared seeing Kong here. But then she thinks that someone who can be so merciful to animals, how can he be cruel to anyone? Now on the other side, we are shown that soldier who was lost. He is sitting in a place. But later, he realizes that this is not a tree, but a creature. As soon as that creature stands up, he starts shooting it. But we are shown that that creature starts running away, scared of someone. And who he was running away from was none other than the Skullcrawler. The Skullcrawler advances and kills that lost soldier. Now we are shown that the army was also ready to move forward, and James's team's boat was also ready. Now they say goodbye to the tribal people there and set off, and everyone was quite happy that now they are leaving the island. During this, very strange birds come and pick up one man among them and take him with them. James is shooting at them, but in no time, those birds tear that man to pieces, and these people can't do anything. Then they go back inside the boat. Then we see that the Major's team and James's team meet in one place. Now here, the Major was worried about his lost soldier, because he was his special man. He says that we have to go to the west to find him. But just then, that old soldier tells them that no, going there is not safe at all, and he will kill us. But the Major was very stubborn and doesn't listen to anyone, and tells James to come with me. Now all of them go to a place together. And here, many skeletons and bones had degraded and turned into fossil fuel. One of the men smokes a cigarette and throws it down, because of which fire catches and a very big blast happens. Because of this reason, the Skullcrawlers nearby stand up. Now here, these creatures were attacking them, and these people were firing at them. Just then, a skull comes out of the mouth of a creature, in which was that soldier's locket. So James understands that now he is no longer in this world. But now they could not even run away from here, because these skull creatures were all around. Now green-colored gas had also spread there, and it was very difficult for them to kill them. But somehow, they kill them with their fire guns. Now James tells the Major that your soldier is no longer alive, and also shows him the locket. But here the Major goes mad with anger, and says that now I will not spare Kong. But everyone tells him that it is not Kong's fault, but Kong is protecting. And if we do anything to Kong, the Skullcrawlers will kill us. But the Major was very stubborn and doesn't listen. So James tells him that you go that way, and I will take my team on the boat and wait for you. And these people again divide into 2 teams. Now we are shown that at night, James and Mason are sitting on the peak of a mountain. Just then, they see that Kong is standing in front of them. Mason scaredly extends her hand and starts petting Kong. He does not say anything to them in return, so Mason feels quite good that he is truly a good creature. Now, on the other side, we see that the Major and his soldiers have placed many bombs on the riverbank. As soon as they blast, Kong comes there and starts killing those soldiers because these people were ruining the planet. But the fire was so intense that he himself faints from burning. Here, the Major orders his soldiers to blast more bombs, but just then James comes there and explains to him that we have survived only because of Kong, and Kong is not our enemy. How do I make you understand? But the Major does not agree. He says that when this world is ours, the planet Earth is ours, then we will remain at the top, right? Why should these creatures come above us? But after James explains a lot, he is just about to put down his guns when a very large Skullcrawler comes there. It starts attacking all of them, but Kong also stands up then. Seeing this, the Major immediately orders them to explode the bombs, but Kong crushes him and moves towards the Skullcrawler. There is a lot of fighting between the two of them, and the rest of the people go towards the boat. This fight continues for so long that it becomes morning. Now on the other side, the soldiers were firing on the Skullcrawler, and it leaves Kong and starts moving towards them. Now Kong had fallen into the water and was trapped in the roads. Now, one soldier ties all those bombs with himself to sacrifice his life, and stands in front of the Skullcrawler thinking that maybe it will eat me, and these bombs will explode inside its stomach, and it will die. But that creature was also very clever. It pushes him very hard, because of which he goes and hits a mountain, and the bombs also explode right there. Now it moves towards the rest of the people to kill them. But just then, Kong also gets up and pulls it hard. Now Mason climbs on the peak of a mountain and fires to signal the helicopters that we are here. But she falls into the river. And now we are shown Kong, who was fighting with that creature with full power and in great anger. And finally, he pulls its tongue out and kills it for good after beating it a lot. And then he pulls Mason out of the water and leaves her with the humans. Now all of them had united, and together they go back to their country. Now as soon as they arrive, this company, which wanted to keep the upcoming creatures under its control, hires James and Mason too. And then we see that old soldier, who had been lost on that island 30 years ago, has also come back, and meets his wife and son, and is very happy. With this, the movie ends. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe.